the Slide Media Sports/Hip Hop. I know I'm on this. I said I was gonna do a video when I found out what team he signed with. Yes, here to talk about Deshaun Watson. Deshaun Watson has signed with the Cleveland Browns on a 6-year, $230 million deal. He was finna come to Atlanta, but I was so excited that he was gonna come to my Falcons. I was finna get my Falcons jersey, all that and everything. I was like so amped up, so excited. Like, oh man, he finna come to the Falcons. Oh, it's finna be lit. Deshaun coming today, but once clean off that $230 million guaranteed money, he was like, nah, I got it. I gotta go to Cleveland, gotta get that money. Well, he said, you gotta get that cash, that money. So he ended up signing with the Cleveland Browns. Like I said, it was the top 4 teams with New Orleans, Atlanta, Carolina, and Cleveland. And first, Cleveland was out of it, like if everything was done with Cleveland, like he was almost getting ready to sign that check and get ready to go to Atlanta. He was finna come to the A. But Cleveland came out with a deal and just said, bump it. Cleveland like, bump it. They need something. So they said, bump it. We give you $230 million guarantee. And of course, Deshaun went with them. And also, on paper, the Cleveland Browns were the best team. They did have the best roster, with Nick Chubb, on Kareem Hunt. You had Myles Garrett on defense, Denzel Ward, and also on offense, you do got a good receiver, Amari Cooper just traded to get, who also had a down year because of the merger of CeeDee Lamb in Dallas. So, but Amari Cooper still is a good receiver, one of the best route runners. And you got Peoples-Jones, another good number receiver, number 2. But I feel like they still need to draft or maybe sign a receiver in free agency and all that to get another receiver to go for Deshaun Watson. But since they lost Jarvis Landry, which Cleveland is rumored is believed is trying to get Jarvis Landry back as well. So, especially, it might look good for Jarvis Landry want to come back now, especially since they got Deshaun Watson. So we'll see. But like I said, Cleveland on paper, they are the best team. Even though it's a tough division right now they got, and the AFC North is looking real tough. I mean, the whole AFC is looking real tough. But that division, and with Deshaun Watson being there, Cleveland is looking like a contender for a playoff. I'm not saying championship-wise. They still, like I said, missing a couple pieces. Still need another receiver and all that. We don't know about that secondary that well yet to see how good that secondary is looking and all that. But, they most definitely are definitely looking like a team to be reckoned with for years to come with getting Deshaun Watson. Giving this team hope, something they haven't had. Cleveland has had a championship, of course, since LeBron James. But, wow. So, the Browns, wow. They made a big move and all that. And, of course, I was hoping he was going for the Falcons and all that. But the Falcons weren't finna give him $230 million guaranteed money. So, and Deshaun Watson knew a city like Cleveland, that's a city that probably wouldn't pressure him and be talking about, the allegations he still got a 22 civil lawsuits going right now in the year 2022. So we know all that being said, that we kind of figured like, okay, you got to think about a customer at my job did say the same thing. Like, Cleveland is looking like a good destination because that's the only area that wouldn't question about any of them lawsuits he have against them. So, and they would be the one to spread that money and give him that money and all that. So, and that's where it's at. Deshaun Watson is a Cleveland Brown. But just think about that division now. You have Lamar Jackson, Joe Burrow, who just came out of the Super Bowl, and you got Deshaun Watson. Who knew Pittsburgh? Pittsburgh looking like the team at the bottom right now. They definitely are looking like the team at the bottom right now with having Mr. Trubisky, who's like going to be their starting quarterback, which I don't think he's the sole-term answer. He's just somebody for them to have right now because this year's draft class of quarterbacks isn't that deep, so I feel they got Mr. Trubisky and somebody just to fill in for right now this year, and Pittsburgh trying to see what they can do with it because Pittsburgh's obviously in a rebuilding spot right now. They're rebuilding, so we'll see what happens. But, wow, Pittsburgh is looking like more of the bottom of the total bowl team with their quarterback-wise and all that and everything. Because you got 3 all-star quarterbacks right now in that conference, in that division right now. So, wow. That's right. Deshaun Watson is a Cleveland Brown. Who would have saw it? The Browns like they was out, then they was getting it. Then, of course, everybody saw the memes of the Falcons. Everybody's like, oh, man, Atlanta, like, everybody's kind of like, oh, man, like the Falcons, came up just short again. We always come up just short like we had hope. We always come up just short. But, out of all the teams, we were probably the one with probably the weakest roster out of everybody, but because the hometown, and of course, Deshaun Watson reached out to the Falcons, all of it, and everything like that. The Falcons reached out to him. He reached out to Atlanta and all that and everything. So, he grew up here in Georgia. He was a ball boy for the Falcons, so like it was a homecoming, like he was coming home, and all that. But nah, it wasn't meant to be, you know what I'm saying? He ended up signed with the Cleveland Browns. 6 years, $230 million guaranteed. One of the biggest contracts in NFL history, if not the biggest. Wow. Deshaun Watson, Cleveland Brown. Also, other big stuff and big trades have happened. Devontae Adams has signed with Oakland Raiders for a 6-year deal. Nobody saw that coming. I mean, Las Vegas Raiders, let's say. who knew that was happening? The Raiders look like a team. That whole AFC West looking so tough right now. They're like the best division, not even in the AFC, but the best division in football right now. The AFC West. Wow, all those, like I said, all those teams over there and everything, all those players that got over there, everybody in that division made moves pretty much. Kansas City getting Juju Smith-Schuster, the team up with Tyreek Hill. Because I've been saying for the longest, Tyreek Hill need another receiver to go with. And Juju showed when he was with Antonio Brown in Pittsburgh, he's good at a number 2, not number 1. He's definitely good at being that number 2 guy. So, with Juju, with Kansas City shine, Juju Smith-Schuster. A lot of people ain't talking about that. I think that's going to be a big move. LA Chargers getting Khalil Mack. That's a big move right there. That's a big boss-up move. And also getting Jackson as well, the cornerback from the Patriots, and all to go with Asante Samuel Jr. The Chargers looking real good right now. And, of course, everybody know the Broncos making that big move, getting Russell Wilson. That's a big move. And then Las Vegas Raiders thought they was down out. They go get Devontae Adams, who was teammates with Derek Carr at Fresno State, so they already have history together. And you already got a good tight end, Darren Waller, a good slot receiver in Renfro, and now you got Devontae Adams. That's going to make up more room for Renfro to do his thing now that everybody's not paying attention to him. And also Bryan Edwards. Bryan Edwards didn't have a good season, but him not having to be the pressure being that number 1 option, I think he'll flush well with Devontae Adams being there. So Las Vegas already got a good defense. They already got a heavy defense. So the Raiders look real good right now. And I feel like with Josh McDaniels, their head coach, I think his second go around, I think he'll get it. He'll know the hang of things and all that. So that's going to be something to see in the AFC. Also, the AFC got another pickup. The LA Rams, since they signed Allen Robinson already, they have traded Robert Woods to the Tennessee Titans. And I see that move with the Titans. I'm looking at it like, okay, like, things with Julio didn't work out very well. Julio was hurt and all that. But now you got, excuse me, y'all. What? Excuse me about that. Sorry about that, y'all. Excuse me. Now you got A.J. Brown. You have A.J. Brown, Robert Woods. Then you got Derrick Henry still in the backfield. And Tennessee defense is really good. So, to me, it's really on Ryan Tannehill. Ryan Tannehill has the weapons, has the pieces. There's no reason that he can't flourish and do good this year. So, I think it's going to fall on him and Mike Brave if Tennessee doesn't go that far this year. Because they end up losing to Cincinnati, who were going to win to the Super Bowl. And all of which nobody saw that coming. But Cincinnati definitely for sure, Cincinnati definitely for sure was a good team and all and everything like that. But the Tennessee Titans really shouldn't have beaten them and all that because their defense, that stout defense. But, Ryan Tannehill didn't come up clutch and did what he's supposed to. So I think it's really the pressure is all on him right now. If he doesn't flourish and does his thing with all these weapons he got, Rob Woods come off an ACL injury and all that, but I feel he'll come back and be good. So if he doesn't do good, Ryan Tannehill doesn't do good with all these weapons he got. He doesn't do good with it, especially when he got the best running back in the league, arguably, if not the best, arguably the best running back in the league, in Derrick Henry. He's definitely gonna be like, dang, it's not gonna look good for Tannehill at all. So we'll see what goes on with that. So one of the biggest offseasons I've seen in about 3 or 4 years. The biggest offseason, a lot of big moves, a lot of big trades happened. The AFC to me just got more and more better, and now it really looked like a cakewalk for Tom Brady and the Buccaneers. To tell you the truth, man, looking like Tom Brady's going to walk through the whole NFC because I don't know how the Packers look now. Without Devontae Adams, I don't know if that division even that good. You know what I'm saying? Well, my Vikings right here seen the back. I feel like my Vikings got a good chance to win the division. Even though everybody get on us about Kirk Cousins, our quarterback. Everybody gets on us about him. But to me, it's just like, hey, Aaron Rodgers ain't got that many weapons. He can do what he can without, what he got and everything. But still to me, hey, you ain't got your main target right there, Devontae Adams. Allen Lazard is the only receiver you got on that roster who's probably as good as a number 3, at best not even number 2. Like, come on. You know what I'm saying? I think my Vikings, we looking pretty good in our division right now. Tell you the truth, I think we just got a little bit better because Chicago's rebuilding and all that, their first-year head coach and everything. And Detroit, it's Detroit. We don't know. They're dealing with their second-year head coach. We'll see. Detroit's Detroit. But for sure, in Green Bay, like I said, they look like they're out of it. They gave Aaron Rodgers all that money. Like, what they going to do now and all that? You're going to just draft some receivers and all that. Hopefully, they can be like a Jamar Chase, just come out of nowhere and do big. So, it looking good for my Vikings right now. Not so good for my Falcons right now. I don't know that, Tom Brady's going to run through that division with Tampa Bay Buccaneers. But my Vikings, I think I like our chance. We're looking real good right now. So, But like I said, a big free agency. Like I said, the AFC just got tougher and tougher to be in a conference because I feel like one of my friends said, with Tom Brady being there, nobody wants to go against Tom Brady and all that before they get to the Super Bowl. So I think everybody's transferring to the AFC. So now it's more looking like since since Tom Brady's NFC, everybody's going to the AFC, which is gonna be a real competitive division because you don't know who can come out there. Any team has a shot at coming out there and going to the Super Bowl and all that. In the NFC, really just the Buccaneers and the Rams, who just the Rams just won the Super Bowl. That's what it's looking. The Buccaneers, Rams, Packers maybe and all that, but that's really it. And of course you still got your Cardinals. We'll see what happens with the Kyler Murray situation. DeAndre Hopkins, one of my favorite players. I hope they do well. The Cardinals with their situation. They also lost Christian Kirk as well. That's looking bad for us. Another team I like looking bad for us right now as well because Christian Kirk just left and signed that big deal with Jacksonville and all. So Seattle, we don't know about the quarterback situation. Rumors Baker Mayfield might go to Seattle, so we'll see about that. And then also as well, I'm trying to correct me if I forgot all teams in the NFC West. It's Seattle, LA, Arizona, and San Francisco. Forgot about San Francisco. We don't know about that quarterback situation either with Jimmy Garoppolo and all that. We don't know about how that situation going. San Francisco made all the way to the NFC Championship again, but came up just short. But we don't know about their situation at all. How that's gonna play with Jimmy Garoppolo and everything like that. So I'll say the main two teams right now in the NFC that stand out to me is the defending Super Bowl champs, of course. Can't count them out. The LA Rams just got better than me with getting Allen Robinson to go along with Cooper Kupp. Allen Robinson, the first time, has him a quarterback now that can give him the football because he was in Jacksonville with not Blaine Gabbert. I forgot the other quarterback's name and all that. That's how much forgettable it was. Jacksonville had a good season that year when he was the quarterback, but the rest of them, but the quarterback wasn't that good. Just the defense was that good. That defense carried him almost all the way to the Super Bowl, went all the way to the AFC Championship. With Saxonville, with Jalen Ramsey and all those guys. But he had him as his quarterback. That didn't really do well. Then he just had Mr. Trubisky and all that last year as his quarterback and all that. So that didn't go well, along with Andy Dalton. So now he finally has him an all-star, Pro Bowl, future Hall of Famer quarterback in Matthew Stafford. So Allen Robinson's going to put up great numbers, and I see him definitely being a big fantasy matchup. Anybody, in the fantasy football that's on here right now that looks at my channel. So he's definitely a good fantasy matchup for people. So I'm going to be a good fantasy player for somebody to pick him. Now he has him a quarterback and throwing a football. I feel like his numbers are going to be great and all that. Especially when you got Cooper Kupp on the other side. He's definitely going to benefit a lot from that. So, yeah, and also, of course, Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Everybody's coming back. I know Fournette's self-raging about Fournette's coming back. You got Brady. You got Chris Godwin and Mike Evans. Then you got that defense with Antoine Winfield Jr. and all them boys. So, yeah, that's really my main two teams I see sticking out with the NFC right now. For sure, with the LA Rams and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. So, Like I always say, if you like the channel, please don't hesitate to hit that like and subscribe button. Please, this is Style Media Sports / Hip Hop. Like I said, anything big happen in the NFL, any other big trades or something like that, I might put it on here to talk about that. But, of course, like I said, I had to talk about Deshaun Watson. Deshaun Watson is a Cleveland Brown right now. So, like I said, I had to talk about that and talk about other big free agent moves. Because since it's so much of a big free agency year this year, with all these teams making all these moves, shifting into the AFC. So, all these players, I should say, shifting to the AFC. So, This is Style Media Sports / Hip Hop. Y'all have a beautiful day and be safe wherever you at. I'm out. You know what I'm saying?